I'm going to tell you a story. So back when I was in college, I went to NYU, and it was funny because back then everybody was doing all these short student films. And I remember doing my first and then my second and my third. I'm doing all these short little films and stuff. And one day I was like, it would be so cool to do a feature-length film. And I thought about it, and I'm like, one day maybe I'll do that. And I'm like, screw one day. I want to do a feature film now. So I wrote a full-length 100-page screenplay, and I basically talked to some friends of mine and told them what I was going to do, and they thought that I was crazy. And I'm like, but why not? I have access to a camera. I could get a crew together, a small group of people, maybe pay them or at least buy food for them, and get actors together, and I could do something much bigger than anything I've ever done before. And you know what happened? I actually made it my goal, and I went and I did it. And sure, I had to spend some money. I wound up spending, I think, like $6,000 or $7,000. And I made this film, this hip hop movie called Mozart of Rap. And I learned so much doing that film. I made so many mistakes. I even had one of the actors who we had originally cast, he got arrested in the middle of the film on his own, not on our set. And he couldn't show up to set the next day. So I had to go back and recast. I had so many problems. I went through so much crap to get that film made. But you know what? I learned more. Well, I can't say this like really, but I learned almost just as much making that film as I did in my entire 4 years at NYU. The experience that you get by actually going and doing something bigger and beyond yourself that you're afraid of and not fearing failure, it's like crazy. You're going to move ahead so much faster. So that's what this is all about. It's about looking at your acting career and saying, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to go beyond what I'm normally, applying for. I'm going to try to get that lead role or that series regular role that I would love to have 5 or 10 years from now. Screw 5 or 10 years from now. What do you have to do to make that happen sooner rather than later? That's what this is all about. Taking a leadership position and not being afraid of what other people think or whatever other people tell you. The most important thing to walk away, especially from this video, is that you need to actually be okay with choosing things on your own. You need to be okay with choosing to do something that normally might make you scared, It's about taking on that ownership, that leadership role, and not being afraid to make mistakes, not being afraid of failing or screwing up or not being right for a part. If you keep on going day after day being like, okay, maybe I'll be ready for that one day, or maybe someone will tell me when I can do that, you're gonna always stay stuck. The only way to get ahead in your acting career is to really just be like, you know what? Screw it.